Alright, today we will be disassembling a Lenovo Yoga 3. This one's a 3-14 and the model name is 80JH. So to start out, we're going to need a T5 Torx to remove the bottom case screws. Alright, once you've removed all the screws, you're going to find the seam between the bottom cover and the palm rest and put a straight edge in there and just twist a little bit to separate the two halves. Alright, once we have the bottom cover removed, we'll go ahead and first disconnect and remove the battery. So the battery connector is right here. You just take your fingernails and pull back on the little plastic connector and it will slide out of the port on the motherboard, and then we can remove the screws. Alright, then we can just spread the memory retainer bars and remove the memory stick. And next we will do the hard drive. So I'll just flip up on the little retainer and pull out the ribbon. And we can go ahead and remove the 4 screws holding in the hard drive caddy. And to remove the hard drive, just the 2 screws on each side. Alright, now we can go ahead and remove the Wi-Fi card. So just pull straight up on the antenna cables, and we can remove the screw. And just wiggle it out. And next we can do the in-out board. Just take your fingernail and lift up underneath the retainer, and it will release the ribbon. And we can just remove that 1 hinge screw and wiggle it free. Alright, now we can remove the cooling fan and heatsink for the CPU. So we'll go ahead and clear those Wi-Fi antennas. And we can remove the screws for the fan. And then for the heatsink. And the little connector, we can just pull at it with the fingernails and it should pop right out. Alright, now we'll start undoing the ribbons on the motherboard. So I'll just flip up the little gate there and pull the ribbon out. And this type of connector you get from the front, just pop it up and then it'll come out. And then this type, just pop straight up with your fingernail and it will release it. Alright, so it looks like we got the ribbons. Now we're going to go ahead and remove the screws that are holding in the motherboard, including all of the hinge screws, so we can swivel that hinge up. And then we can remove the motherboard. Alright, so we'll take out the other two hinge screws, and then we can remove that last USB port. And we should be also able to remove the display assembly. So once you free the wires, we'll just go ahead and wiggle that palm rest free. And then we have the complete display assembly. So with this assembly, the keyboard is non-removable, but you do have the speakers here, which are just held in by rubber grommets, and the touchpad looks like about 6 or 8 screws holding that in if you need to replace that. But otherwise, this is a single piece unit. You cannot remove the keyboard. Alright, so in this case we're going to leave the display assembly complete, but if you do need to take it apart, there's a couple screws on the front of the bezel that are just behind these rubber covers that need to be taken off, and then like most other models, separate the bezel from the back cover assembly using a straight edge, but it is pretty hard on these models to do it without harming any of the plexi on the front or the digitizer for the touchscreen. So we'll be going ahead and leaving this complete, but if the rest of the video helped you or you liked the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.